Welcome back into the news at 4:30. I'm Annie Yu. As we mentioned at the top of the hour, 4 House Republicans have now joined with Democrats to force a vote on whether or not to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. As it stands, millions of Americans will soon see their health care costs skyrocket unless Congress can come to a solution. And joining us now is Maryland Representative Glenn Ivey. Thanks so much for joining us, and happy holidays to you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. You have really been at the forefront of this. Help us to understand what happens next. This forced vote is expected to take place next month, but that will be after those ACA subsidies expire. So what happens here?
Well, we're continuing to press the speaker right now to try and move forward because he can. We could have this vote, this week and get it done, send it over to the Senate so they can get it done instead of taking a long break and going home on vacation without getting our homework done. So Democrats are going to continue to push. I have no reason to I can't understand why they're going to drag their feet on this still, because it's really going to hurt people who are going to see their premiums skyrocket, in some instances double or triple in the next few weeks. So.
Right.
Let's just get it done. Let's move on. And we can start. If they want to have a bipartisan resolution or alterations to Obamacare, we can all sit down and work on it. But let's get the extension in place so people don't have these skyrocketing premiums to face.
Exactly. And these are real people, real families, who have been thinking about this for months now. What happens to them who, the people that can't afford the increase? Do they just lose the coverage entirely?
Well, it depends on the situation. I think some people might try and take a downgrade on their coverage, but that usually is going to mean that they're paying more for less coverage, which makes, is unfair to them. And also then you're going to have, as you mentioned, there are going to be people, probably millions, who just don't have coverage at all. One of the things I think we need to do in companionship with this extension is to extend the open season. A lot of people had a chance or were forced actually to make a decision already, or will be before we get back in January. Let's give them some additional time so they can opt into better options and premiums after we get this extension passed.
Right. House Speaker Mike Johnson says that these 4 Republicans breaking rank does not mean he's lost control of the House, but it's another example of members going against Republican leadership. Why do you think that is?
Well, frankly, he's forcing them to do stupid things. I mean, just politically irrational and morally questionable as well. Same thing with the Epstein files, which is another one where we had to resort to this discharge petition tactic to force action. And as you may recall with that one, they dragged their feet on that too, but eventually all but one member of the House voted in favor of that, and everybody in the Senate voted for it as well. And that's to force the Epstein files to be disclosed. So you could have a scenario where we have a lot more Republicans come on board with this. I expect that you will, because they're going to get an earful at home when they go home for the holidays. People are going to be letting them know that they're very unhappy with their premiums jumping 2-3 times higher than they had been. And they have a right to be angry and let their representatives know about it.
Congressman Ivey, before I let you go, as we head into the new year, what are you hoping 2026 will look like?
Well, it's been a tough year, especially for federal government employees. The Trump administration waged a real attack on them across the board, very unfairly and illegally. We're going to keep fighting to protect them. We're going to keep fighting for the FBI headquarters to come to Greenbelt like they should. We're going to keep fighting to protect a lot of the federal assets that we have in Maryland and the DMV. And I think it makes sense, too, to make sure we have a broader fight to protect the rule of law and democracy. But at the end of the day, the key, I think, is to make sure affordability is the front and center issue for people here on the Hill. People are really struggling to pay groceries, pay their rent, pay their mortgage. Hopefully, we can avoid having them the additional burden of having to pay higher health care premiums. But we need to make sure we're doing everything we can to address those issues. And right now, the Trump administration is not.
Maryland Representative Glenn Ivey, thank you so much for your time, and happy holidays to you and your family.
Same to you.
Thank you.
WUSA 9